Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Halloween Eve. Well, at least it's the morning here in Surfside, California. Good morning to y'all. We've got a lot to cover with you. Still some great bluefin tuna fishing. Yellowfin back in the picture in the LA Orange County area. South of the border, lots of yellowfin tuna. And a rare sighting of a Riso dolphin. Albino. Don't see those every day. And then, of course, we've got the 1,000-pound elephant sitting in the room, and that is some nasty weather on the horizon. You know what time it is, everybody? It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Spectacular. Hey, it is great to be with you all. Behave yourselves now on Halloween. Be good, give out lots of candy, and make sure you scare somebody just for me. Hey, it is great to be with you. If you don't mind, take a moment right now to hit that thumbs up. We really love it when you do that. It helps us so much. In fact, if you share our videos, subscribe to our channel, and hit that like button, it helps move us up on the algorithm on YouTube, and we can provide more content for each and every one of you. There's a lot of really interesting stuff going on, so let's jump into it, get you caught up on what's going on in the sport fishing world. One more time, I just want to remember back to that great kids trip we just did out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Volunteers from Iserline were there, and they were fantastic. The IGFA did a fabulous job mentoring to the kids that were on our trip, and in addition to that, of course, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. I love it there. It's such a family-friendly place, and the Sum Fun, the entire crew on board were absolutely great. So really good stuff. All right, Ensenada, Baja California. Let's go down there where there's some darn good fishing going on and some really nice weather. We've had a little wind here recently. It's going to lay down and be flat, calm here today, tomorrow, the next day. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and that's got to smell more yellowfin tuna. In fact, there's been good fishing for blackfin sport fishing in the Punta Banda area of Ensenada. They run out of there. They go down the beach, or they're going down the beach right now to an area called the Lower 500. They're finding 68-degree water, which is warm enough for YFT. They're finding some nice pods of dolphin down that way. Yellowfin like to hang with the dolphin. If they find the occasional kelp in that warm water, they can also come up with some really outstanding fishing on Dorado. So there's a mix of fish, including some bluefin tuna and some real small grade yellowtail on the kelp stand in that neck of the woods also. Really excellent stuff going on, and high hopes that is going to continue because I'm going to be down there. Yeah, I'm going to be heading out on Halloween morning. We're going to be down there with our friends at Blackfin, and I can't wait to do it. Albert Ponce is going to be joining me with his lovely wife, Crystal, two of the finest human beings on the face of the earth and big members of the Friedman Adventures family. In fact, we're going to be staying at Albert's place in Rosarito. So, Albert, once again, thanks for that. Deeply, deeply appreciate it. Can't wait to see you down there tonight, and then we'll see you, of course, fishing out of Blackfin. So, a lot of those yellowfin tuna down there, for those guys have been taking on the trolled feathers. That's been working really well. Those fish, the yellowfin, are anywhere from 5 to 40 pounds. The vast majority here recently, though, have been 12 to 25 pounds. Nice fish, and they will bite an iron also. That Daiwa Zakana working really, really well. You want to make sure you're fishing that with 40 pound. You see a jag of fish, you see a breezer, you see a foamer, you toss it into that and sink it down. Give it a 5 count at least. I like a 10 count, and then wind on it fast. And those YFT should jump all over that thing. It's a great way to get the job done on the yellowfin tuna down there. So we'll continue to watch it for you very, very closely. In fact, I'll be shooting a video, and hopefully we'll be able to do a live show, or if not, we'll record one and upload it for you on our Tuesday night Sometimes it's difficult to get Wi-Fi, and I don't know if we're going to be on the water or what we're going to be doing, but I will keep you in touch with that from Baja. Make sure you're coming back here because we'll be doing a lot of updates from south of the border. It's going to be a lot of fun, no question about it. All right, out of San Diego, the boats that are heading down the coast, still finding good amounts of yellowfin tuna, and it has been really good fishing down that way. The Voyager on a day trip, 15 anglers, 75 on the yellowfin tuna, 1 Dorado. I like fluorocarbon. I like Opsin fluorocarbon. I like you to have a 25-pound outfit and a 40-pound outfit. Minimum, you should be fine with those 2 outfits. Hook size is number 2 to a 2.0 size hook. And once again, don't forget, OpsonUSA.com, www.OpsonUSA.com. Put in FA at checkout, and Greg Brown will send you a love note as well as a free gift. So make sure you are optioned up and ready for the task at hand. Nice fishing, some ironfish also going on down there in that neck of the woods. Mission Bell on a one-day trip. One-day trips have been very dicey here lately if you're looking for Dorado or tuna. It's been very difficult. On board the Mission Bell, 2 yellowfin for 21 anglers. Pretty tough day. On board the Liberty, on board the San Diego, both those boats leaving in the morning, coming back at night. They had mostly bonita on board those trips. They had 3 bluefin and 4 yellowfin in addition to that on the Liberty, so there is quite a bit of that tuna around, but it has been reluctant to bite, not biting all that well at all. On board the San Diego, they had 6 Dorado and a bunch of bonita, almost 100 to go along with that. So in the area that we called the bluefin tuna zone, it vacillates from the Butterfly Bank to out near San Clemente to out to Tanner Bank. But out in that neck of the woods, there's been some really great scores and some okay scores. So the Polaris Supreme with over 100 bluefin tuna on a recent 3-day trip. My God almighty, I believe they had 50 fish over 100 pounds. Is that remarkable or what? I mean, it's just mind-boggling how good it can get out there. And of course, you're fishing those heavier knife jigs with 130-pound spectra and 200-pound leaders. You want 200 to 500-gram lures. Depending on wind and current, you're going to bounce around between those kind of jigs. You're going to talk to your crew members and find out. When the captain says, drop, you drop right now, immediately. That is the way to get it done. Make sure you do that, and it'll make all the difference in the world to you. Our friend Nick Ramirez, such a great kid. I love him. He showed up to help us with our recent 1 million view celebration at 22nd Street Landing. He's always there when we need help for Mexico. He was on board the Pursuit, one of his favorite boats. He loves the crew, raved about the crew again on this trip out of 22nd Street Landing. They were on a 1.5-day trip with 30 plus on the bluefin tuna, and Nick had 2 fish. He said he was fishing bait with a sinker rig down deep, 6-ounce torpedo, a 1.0 size hook, a good hot sardine, dropping down to about 200 feet, fishing 50-pound fluorocarbon, 80-pound spectra. There you have the way that Nick was successful, and he says he owes it all to the crew. He was very, very high on how the crew helped him out, so that is good stuff. On board the Freedom, a 2-day trip, 22 on the bluefin tuna. It was not wide open, but on the way home, they found jag after jag of big giant schools of bluefin tuna that were finicky and didn't really want to bite all that well. But the fact that you're seeing it is a great sign. Oceanside 95, down there out of San Diego, 15 guys with 19 on the bluefin tuna. The Pacifica on a 3-day trip, 96 on the bluefin tuna. It's still remarkable fishing. But we mentioned that 500,000-pound elephant in the room, and that is weather. And it's going to get nasty, folks. It's really going to get nasty. It's going to start north on Wednesday afternoon, and then it's going to work its way down into lower Baja, or into lower northern Baja, below Ensenada in that region. Thursday will be a mess down there in that neck of the woods. Friday. So starting Wednesday, we're going to have really dicey weather, and it will not be fishable if the forecast is correct, if the forecast holds. And I tell you all, these are forecasts, so they're not etched in stone. You have to continue to watch it very, very closely. But they've been calling for this forecast for a while now, and it looks like it's going to get downright nasty and unfishable starting late on Wednesday. In some areas earlier on Wednesday up north, it's going to get up to 40 knots in some areas, get up to near a gale. So that is not really great news. So we'll watch that for you very, very closely. If you're going to get out, do it now, while you're going to have some really nice weather, because you're going to have gorgeous weather for a couple of days now. The calm, perhaps, before the storm. It's a great time for you to get out and do your thing. Now, the El Dorado, just to mention to you, was at San Clemente Island trying to fish SCI, and the Navy said, hey, out of here. Get out of here. We've got national security stuff we're doing. We're bombing the hell out of this island, making sure that we're going to be able to hit our targets, if God forbid that ever happens in the future. So the El Dorado says, all right, what the heck, let's go off. Oh my God, what is that? And they run into some really nice yellowfin tuna, 40 plus pound category YFT. They end up with 12 and a bluefin tuna, lost a whole bunch of yellowfin tuna. And so that is really great news. Really great to see that, as now we've got bluefin, we've got yellowfin. It's tremendous offshore fishing, no question about it, and good to see that happen. Divine providence. They throw them off the island and they run into some really good fishing. All right, islands down there at Todos Santos off of Ensenada, we continue to see a little bit of bonita, some big ones, and sometimes really wide open, and some nice yellowtail at the islands. Some good calico bass fishing out there at the Coronado Islands. Many boats are going to switch over to that, including the San Diego. They're going to start fishing. That means you need your pasaportes, bring your passports if you're fishing the Coronado Islands. But there's been excellent all year long, excellent yellowtail fishing going on there. It's just that the offshore scene has been so good. Many boats have been out fishing that and doing quite well. So we've got that going on. It's yo-yo ironfish. They're deep, so you sink your jig down deep, 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 wind on it fast, or you fish with a dropper loop, 25 pound, sometimes even 40 pound you can get away with, and nice fish, 12 to 20, sometimes bigger than that. Really nice fishing at the Coronado Islands, but the breeze is coming, so get out there and do it while you can. San Clemente Island, still some yellows there and some big bonita and decent calico bass fishing. Every once in a while the Navy kicks your butt out of there, however, so you have to be aware of that. Catalina Island, up and down, a few yellowtail here and there, but mostly bonita, sometimes small, sometimes big, depends upon what jagged fish you get on. A little bit of calico bass, occasional white sea bass, Channel Islands, Santa Barbara Island, some good rock fishing, occasional sea bass and halibut in those necks of the woods. Going to get very nasty up there starting Wednesday afternoon, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And then along the coast, nothing spectacular, mostly bonita and calico bass. Fun times. I mean, I say nothing spectacular, and then I remember the kids trip out of Dana War sword fishing as one of the most fun days I've had in a long, long time. Any day out on the water is a great day, especially if you're getting kids out there. No question about that. And then up and down the coast, again, some rockfish here and there. Santa Monica Bay, same thing. Up there out of Ventura, the Island Spirits had good white fishing and all that razzmatazz. And then along the beaches here, some yellowfin, some spot fin, and also the occasional halibut. Those flatties will bite really well in the fall and also into the winter time, so keep that in mind. And also some spot fin croaker on the natural baits. All right, folks, it's really excellent fishing right now. We have looming out there, however, that weather, and it is going to get downright nasty here starting on Wednesday late, and then depending up in the north a little earlier, and then working its way down, and then we'll have to get through that nonsense. We'll see how it all goes. All right, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so very much. Hit that like button. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, we'll be back with lots more, with morning briefings every single morning here, and lots of other content. Don't miss that Wahoo seminar. It is a great one. I know you're going to love that if you tune into that. And of course, the kids trip, you ought to check that out just to see all the smiles and all the great volunteers that made that possible. All right, we'll see you soon. Oh, shoot, this Saturday. Wait a minute, this Saturday? Yeah, on Saturday, we're going to be in La Mirada, and we're going to be going through a lot of the donations that have been given to us to take to Mexico on January the 6th for Dia de Reyes. If you'd like to come down, hang out with us, help to sort clothing and medical supplies, and so much more. Just send me a text to 657-227-6459. You can come down and lend a hand for any amount of time. It's going to be about 10 a.m. and probably work till about 4 in the afternoon. So if you'd like to join us, send me a text. Remember, I'm going to be in Mexico Lindo, so if I don't get back to you right away, I will by Thursday. Take care, my friends. Hope to see you in La Mirada. If not, hope to see you really, really soon. Take care.